Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. It's my favorite live of the week because I love to know what's going on and to tell you what's going on. All right, my name is Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I'm so grateful to all of you for being here today. Thank you for starting me out with some super stickers. I really appreciate that. Right after I came into work this morning, I had a couple of clients that I was going to do before this live, which I did. So I set up the live before that, so pretty early, and right away y'all came in with questions. I was really happy. But you know how YouTube sometimes makes the questions disappear? Didn't happen today. And it's much like if you bring an umbrella so it won't rain. I took screenshots this time of the questions, of the early questions, so I could still see them if they disappeared. But now I can see they're still here. They didn't disappear. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy to see all of you. I want to say a big thank you to Liz Harrison for the super sticker. And thank you, Liz, for being a member. And 264 Amy Penn, thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. And yours is, of course, the first question up. All right. I do want to remind people we have our local in-person tarot meetup tomorrow. If you happen to be in or near the Palm City area, Martin County, St. Lucie County, Palm Beach County, well, come to Panera in Palm City, 4 p.m. tomorrow. We have our meetup. I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's free and it's fun. Speaking of free and fun, let's do some free and fun tarot readings. I think today we are going to work with Connolly Tarot. Let me show you the box. Okay, it's old, it's beat up. This was a work deck. I only ever went through one of them. I bought it once, wore it out for professional use, and never got another one. Not quite sure why. I didn't love it 100%, but I love it enough to use it today. So, let's do it. I don't even know if this deck's still in print, to be honest with you. Does anyone know? Do you know? Is Connolly Tarot still in print? I would actually like to know the answer to that question. I will look it up if no one else does. All right. Here we go. Let's, okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Starting with 64 Amy Penn. So good to see you. Thank you for being here, Amy. And once again, thank you for the generous super sticker. I really appreciate it. We're going on, Pamela's Insight, pretty sure Connolly is still in print. Okay, very good. So if you want a copy of this deck, you can have one easily. All right. Thank you, Pamela's Insight. Thanks for being a moderator. All right, 64 Amy Penn. Here we go. We're going on vacation with friends. How will the trip go, and will I get a better job? Probably not while you're on vacation, just saying. All right. How will the trip go? Fine. I think overall it will be good for everybody. I think with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, I wonder if the concern about the job thing is going to be weighing on your mind while you're on the vacay. So I sort of want to say just enjoy, right? Because I think it'll be good. And then when we look at getting a better job, I feel like yes, but you know, there's been a lot, there's a lot of trauma here over the past little bit, going back, even a few years, but then going back recently, it's been hard. It's been difficult. There's been a lot of weird stuff that happened. But find your balance and you'll find a better job. Seriously. All right. All right. Mix you here. Michelle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I was wondering if you could do a check-in for Mom. Her memory has really declined even further. I'm so sorry. Dad's basically living in an abusive situation, and I'm wondering how much longer she's going to live at home. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can see right away that this is problematic. But it also doesn't look like it's going to change real soon. And while we recognize it's not great for Dad, it doesn't really look like Dad's going to work to make it change either. So I agree that, like, looking in from the outside, it really looks like a change could or should happen soon. I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know what power you would have to help make that change and facilitate that change. If you have some power to do that under the radar, that might be helpful. Otherwise, I feel like it could still take some, I don't think we're talking years, but I think we're talking a multiple of months. All right. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you for the generous super sticker. Really appreciate it. Okay. My health journey has finally started to turn for the better. Yay, we're so happy to hear that. But I'm always anticipating a setback. Any advice from Spirit if I'm on the right path by the new approaches I'm implementing from my holistic doctor? And can I start to get back to doing the things I used to love as far as exercise and getting healthy again? I'm so sorry you've been through this. I understand. Okay. The new approach given to you by your holistic doctor feels like a reasonable approach. This feels good. Not necessarily easy, but good. Now, the worry about a setback, I understand that completely, and they can happen. But I'm going to say 75% of the time they won't. So, recognize, that may be part of the territory. But really, when we look at your journey to feeling better, it has been a long and bumpy road over time. Long and bumpy road over time. But I think we are getting to be now on the right track. And as far as getting back to all the things you want to be doing, it's going to take time. But we're getting there a little bit at a time. Your mental and emotional well-being around all of this is so important. Feel what you feel, acknowledge what you're feeling, but try to stay in a place of patience and positivity and proactivity in all the ways that you can. It is not easy, but you are doing it, and I think it's going well. All right. Nalini, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What are my dreams trying to tell me? Had 4 dreams with clear, beautiful water, but couldn't jump in and enjoy for one reason or another. Slight debris, teeny biting bugs, water pushing up, and pool closed. Having a lot of dreams, being lost, lots of people, and last night someone was trying to kidnap me. Not all of the dreams of water were a pool. 2 were lakes, beautiful view, but cut short. All right. And y'all know, your Tarot Fairy Godmother loves to do dream interpretation. We could do a whole class just on that because that's so much fun, right? But, I already have an idea of what the water dreams mean. And I think the water dreams, I'm just going to tell you what I think, and then I'm going to do the cards to see if the cards agree with me or disagree with me or whatever. But I think the water dreams are very much about, like, the beautiful water represents what you want your life to be, and then you can't get into it for these freaking irritating reasons, and it feels like that's been the energy for so long. And the question is, when you look at the things in your life and the things that you want, maybe the things that are there that you want to lean into, or the things you're not sure if you should lean into, or the things you want to move toward, what are the real impediments? What are the real world version of the pool being closed, the biting bugs, whatever? What are those things, and how dangerous are they really? That's the question. So when I look at that dream theme that you're having, what do the cards have to say about it? Well, yeah, there is this sense of wanting to get to where you want to be and not being there yet for all of these reasons. Now, so yeah, I like my interpretation. I think the cards like my interpretation. What are the impediments in real life? What are the impediments? Please forgive this. Please, 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 please forgive this. I mean no disrespect with what I'm about to say, but all of the impediments are things that you learned that were passed down onto you. And this is not saying I think your mother is horrible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think from her mom before that, and all the way down, these particular societal expectations that may have, misogyny attached to them and all kinds of stuff. I feel like a lot of the impediments come from things you were fed when you were a child. I really do believe that. And then last night, like being lost and someone's trying to kidnap you and all of that, I think it all goes along with the same theme of trying to create and find the life that you want, trying to find yourself. And like people trying to kidnap you, like, no, you're not allowed to be yourself. So figuring out what it is to be yourself and how to lean into that and not letting the impediments get in the way. All right, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think. Okay, Rishu. Will A pass through immigration easily while traveling back to the U.S.? And will we be together? I think immigration will be slow, but not a problem. Maybe just crowded and understaffed, no problem. And will you be together? That is not a foregone conclusion. I think that could go any kind of way. I would be very open-minded about that. Melissa, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. We've previously discussed a few low-vibe, gossipy women at my gym. We used to be friendly, but their two-faced nature and cultural misogyny became too much for me. Understood. You previously said it was best not to have anything to do with them. I agree fully and have done this. Very limited communication. Very limited communication, and I've removed them from social media. Given their gossipy nature, I'm sure they'll have something to say about this. My question is, how will this situation impact my reputation at the gym, with the owners, other members, etc.? Thank you and sorry for the gossipy question. Oh, I love these gossipy questions on Saturdays. So good. I usually don't like to go here, but sometimes it's right in your face. Oh, I hear you. And I'm so happy to do that reading. I just want to get to Nalini's feedback real quick, and then I'll come right back and do that reading. Melissa, I'm excited to do it. Nalini, not upset at all. Good. I've been seeing a lot of negative traits from my childhood and my mother's own lack of self-love and how it has impacted my own life. And there it is. Thank you. I needed that feedback because that felt harsh. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to process that in the way I had hoped you would process it. All right. Let me not shuffle my cards badly. Okay, Melissa. So the first question, so we've got like the mean girls at the gym. And for people who don't know, this is not an open gym. This is a gym where you go for classes, right? Hard classes, sort of like CrossFit-ish. And so it's not like, well, will those people be at the gym? Like you may be in the same classes all the time, right? And So first of all, the first question, have they noticed the change in your energy? Have they noticed the change in what you're giving? Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. How are they processing it? So, here's my take. If it were you or me or anyone else that we know, most people, and someone that I'd been talking to regularly was talking to me less, and, now their social media is not showing up or whatever, I'd wonder, is it me? Did I do something? I might go to that person and say, hey, are we okay? Have I offended you in some way? These bitches? No. These bitches have noticed and assume you're going through whatever you're going through. They don't think it's them, certainly not them, and they don't think it's about them, which it certainly is, but they don't think it is because their whatever doesn't stink. You know that. And so this isn't going to hurt your reputation at all, but it shows you did the right thing because they're, right away, they're not like, oh my gosh, did we hurt her? Did we piss her off? No, 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 no. And they're like, well, she must be going through something, but then they're sure not friends because they're not like, hey, are you okay? It feels like you might be going through something. They're not doing any of that. So that's just as well for you. It just proves you made the right decision. And I don't think that there's going to be, like when we look at long-term consequences, short-term consequences, with other gym members, not an issue, same card. With the owners of the gym, are you paying your bills? Not an issue. With the community at large, not even an issue. With these bitches, who the heck cares? I think you're good. I think you're good. And I bet your energy feels better, And you can acknowledge them and whatnot. I mean, they're not the worst people in the world. They're just not, that's not the energy you like to be around. But they're gossipy. So are they talking about you behind your back? The problem is there's very little to say. I mean, I'm sure, but what are they going to say? There's like you're not really exposed in any way, right? You have no exposure here. So what's that gossip gonna look like? Gee, Melissa's been kind of quiet recently. They got nothing. They got nothing. So, there it is. Melissa, you're hilarious. Thanks for the validation. It's all from the heart, man. It really is. It really is. Oh, Amy, you are so sweet. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You look especially spirited and beautiful today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can see you're basking in the fresh energy of the fall equinox season of the witch, indeed. Yeah, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Cassandra, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. And thank you for the super sticker. I don't think that I acknowledged that one yet. Thank you. I'm so sorry I didn't acknowledge it earlier, and I so appreciate it. All right. All right, here we go. Maybe I did acknowledge it. I guess I did. But anyway, I'm acknowledging it again. Here we go. Cassandra, question for me is our house people. Should we stay here and see what opportunities present itself, or move on to our next adventure? Should I stay or should I go now? I think you should look to go now. You probably A, I don't sing well, and B, you probably are way too young to even know the reference. It's a Clash song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? That's what I was trying to do anyway. But I really think you should look, I think it could be time to go. Yeah, why not? Why not? If you can, you should. You should look. You should look to go, if you can. On to the next adventure. Now, saying that, if you were to stay and see what opportunity presents itself, I mean, it's okay. Either way is okay. It's not like one is so much better than the other, but I do like go better than stay for you. Okay. Cassandra, question from my mom, Raquel. Hi, Raquel. If my dad's transfer at work will go well. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's reversed, see? I mean, there are some issues that are long-standing and that remain, but I do feel that this transfer is going to heal some things and help some things and will go well. It is a good thing. All right. Oh, and Raquel, there you are. I see you, and you asked the same question. So, Raquel, I answered it in the third person because I didn't see you, but here you are. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We really appreciate you. So, yeah, I think it's going to go well. I think it's going to be very good for him, and that will make some things better for you. So, yeah, it's a good thing. Hello, Justine. Good to see you. Justine, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for being a StarCon volunteer, Justine. And thank you for the super chat. I am forever grateful for your help this week. Justine, I am so grateful for you all the freaking time. So we can just be in a mutual gratitude society. I like that, actually. I like that for all of us. We could just all be grateful for each other. How good is that? Ooh, that feels so good. All right, the next question that I see is a table for one. Diana, so happy to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. This Friday's card was the Hermit reversed, but how do I start being social after being so isolated for so long? Any social skills I had are gone, and I don't even know who to look for here. So I have so many personal thoughts on that one. But let's see what the cards say. What are my personal thoughts? My personal thoughts are, these days social skills are not a requirement. They're optional, right? And that's for a couple of reasons. Number one, because we are in the age of meanness. But it's also true that we're in an age of greater acceptance of people with neurodiversity, and that, changes how we interact with one another. So, I wouldn't worry too much about your social skills because these days I don't think anyone has them, really. But what do the cards say? Exactly where I would have gone. Exactly. What you need to do is look for your like-minded people. And they may be like-minded people around different things. My favorite thing to do is to go, like wherever I am, to go to meetup.com, put in the zip code and put in an area of interest. Tarot, baking, whatever the interest is. Baking is not one of my interests. That was just an example. And see what comes up and see if you find groups in the area. If you do, go to their meetings. They may be lame, they may not be. So that's one way. The other way is to look like at Eventbrite, Facebook events, all of those things for the kinds of events that you would enjoy. Go to those events with an open mind. Do not worry about dealing with unfortunate people or ridiculous people or whatever. If you don't like it, you leave and you never come back. But in doing this, I think you can find a sense of home and community that you haven't had in a long time. It takes work, it takes time, but I really believe it's time to do it, and you can do it. So basically, a lot of it is use online to get offline friends. Diana, I always run into jackasses. Well, And every community has them. There's no such thing as a jackass-free community. So what you have to do is get your jackass deflector on and just like, okay, let me, and get to the people you want to get to. Seriously. Renata, Quinn Kilharius, have you watched Gilmore Girls? You remind me of Lorelai Gilmore sometimes. I have never seen it, but now I will. I will take a look at it. Thank you. That's fun. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Adrija, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I have this weird sort of energy with my friend circle, M, A, S, V, and S, R. I feel to be like an outsider. What changed? I'm thinking of leaving the group. Is M playing political? Well, we know that M can be like that. So is M doing that? I don't think so. I mean, we know M can, but like, do we think M is poisoning the waters around you? We know she's capable of it, but when we look at the rest of the group, I don't think the rest of the group, like I think when we look at how the rest of the group is toward that kind of energy, that M may be throwing around a little bit, and I think she can throw that energy around. It does happen. But I think when she does, the rest of the group, it reflects on her, not on the group. I mean, not on you. The group does not listen to what M says and be like, oh man, that Adrija. No, the group looks at M and is like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I think the change that you're feeling in the energy of the group has more to do with you and with your own growth and your own changes. You have been growing and changing in leaps and bounds recently. Leaps and bounds. And so you may have outgrown, to some extent, some of these relationships. I don't think it's them pushing you out at this point. I think it's you just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it like I used to feel it. And the question is, what should you do? I think that there are still things in this friend group that can be valuable for you. I don't think you need to leave the friend group. I don't think they're all talking bad about you behind your back. I really don't. I really don't. I think M may get into that energy sometimes, but I think the rest of them will shut it down. Because who likes that? Nobody likes that. And so I think there is value here. It's just changed. And so recognize what you're feeling may not be what they're putting on you. It may be what you're feeling because you've changed and therefore the energy has changed, but there can still be value in these friendships. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay. Okay, Justine, here comes your question. And again, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for using members only emojis. As you know, I haven't made any moves since my surgery in July. September was a really difficult month of me being stuck in place, literally. My burning question is, what sort of forward stride should I be looking to make to leap forward in October, and what potential does October hold for me? Oh, I don't know. How about love, employment? I feel like, you know, we see these two things, and these are great. But then there's this, and this is you like maybe still not being entirely happy or comfortable with certain things about your day-to-day, and not always being comfortable, you know, internally, externally, whatever. So I'm not saying it's going to be all cotton candy and unicorns and rainbows, but I am saying there are real opportunities here to go forward, and that is the important thing here. Febborn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Based on our conversation of a few days ago, can the cards tell me who was at the door? Also, application completed and I'm moving forward. Well done. All right. All right. Who was at the door? I would say an angry family member. I'm going to say an angry family member. And I'm going to say daughter. That's my guess is daughter. And in terms of your decision here, I mean, I feel like it's a hard choice to make. It's a hard decision, but if you can do this at this time, I think it's good. All right, as promised, Morgana the Great. So Morgana comes up with these like true crime questions, conspiracy theory questions, all this kind of stuff, to let me answer because she knows I'm like totally like, I either don't know or don't care or am not involved, right? Here's my story about like true crime stuff. Like I do not like true crime stuff. However, I was accidentally on a true crime podcast not too long ago. Someone who is a producer for a very well-known and well-produced true crime podcast booked a reading with me. And he was straight up. He said, look, I'm a producer of a podcast and we're doing a show on a murder that involves fortune telling. So I wanted to get a reading with a fortune teller so we have some context. And he said, you know, do you mind if I use the recording, any part of the recording in the show? And I was like, no, I don't mind. But then I forgot about it. 6 months go by. I get a text from a client saying, how did you end up on episode 187 of my favorite podcast? I hear your voice. It's unmistakably your voice. My name was not used. Just a snippet of me giving a reading was used to set the stage, if you will. So my name was never, ever used, and yet she recognized me. So I started listening to that true crime podcast. Haven't listened to it in ages. Why? Because it's just not for me. It's not for me. So I am the right person to answer these questions because I got 0 dogs in the fight. Oh, Febborn. Okay, I'm sorry. If you want to rephrase the question, I might have been answering a different question on a more spiritual level, if you will. If you want to rephrase the question, go right ahead. All right. Okay, so here it is. After great preamble, Morgana the Great. What was Jack the Ripper's motivation? Why did he suddenly stop after 5 victims? There are some theories that he may have died. Was he one of the suspects or someone random? And can we really attribute all 5 victims to that same person? I mean, do we know that for sure? I have that question too. But let's assume that those were all the victims of one person. Well, let's ask, were those all the victims of one person? Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Were there more that were not found or attributed to Jack the Ripper? I'm going to say yes. I think there were more. What was the motivation of Jack the Ripper? He was obviously batshit crazy because he was motivated by love, a very childlike mind, and he felt love for these people that he did these heinous things to, these women. He felt love for them. That was his motivation. He did this out of love. for whatever they represented in his mind, it was out of love. So weird, but I really believe this is true. Did he die after those 5 known victims? Probably not. Probably not. And so why did he stop? Oh, I think he just got better at hiding his tracks. Was he one of the suspects? I'm going to say one of the suspects, yes. Yes. All right. All right. Diana, probably syphilis madness. Well, that would be a way that it was done out of love. I mean, whatever. Diana, there's a psychic on YouTube who does political Q&A on politics every week. I don't know how accurate she will be, but we are like-minded and it makes me feel better. But that's the thing, like I don't do political predictions typically. Like if you ask in a reading, if you pay for a reading and you ask, I will do it. But I don't do it because I feel like that's one of those things I actually care too much. And I don't think I could get a good read. So there's that. Hey, Caroline, nice to see you. All right, so that was fun. Okay, Justine. Okay, Febborn, I'm going to do Justine, then I'm going to come back and try you again to see if I can get that. Oh, Morgana, that's interesting. One of the suspects is a suspect because the last known victim was his girlfriend. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. They think he did it to scare her out of prostitution. Well, there it is. It was out of love. There it is. There it is. All right. Okay, Justine. My mom has a burning question. Wanting to know about a guy I've been dating named Ed. He's a Taurus and we've been out 5 times and I like him okay. I've been on the fence about him. Okay. So what do I see about Ed? I love these kinds of questions. Who is Ed? Ed is a person who has gone through a lot of changes recently. He probably has some money. He may have kids. He may be divorced or widowed. He's come out of a difficult situation. He's a successful guy, I think. But it's interesting that when I look at his personality, I see the trappings of his success. And I look, and, family and stuff like that, sure, but who is he? And when I look at, who is he really? I think he can be sweet. I think he's certainly wounded, but who isn't? What would it be like to be in a relationship with him? I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan here. I feel like he's similar to other people you've dated that haven't worked out well. What is his interest here? I don't know, man. I think he's definitely interested, but I don't think he's interested for the right reasons. I think he is actually kind of insecure and is looking for... I think he's the kind of guy that is looking for the kind of woman that he perceives as wounded or needy in some way. Now, I don't know why he's perceiving you, Janine, that way, but I think he might be. And so I'd tread carefully here. I'm not thrilled. I don't think he's horrible. If you're into it, you can give it a little time and see, but just be careful because I don't know if he has on the inside what it is you want. Lola Mannequin, nice to see you. The cards have been showing that there is a possibility of reconciliation in my relationship and that his higher self advises me to let him be and solve his own issues first. That sounds reasonable. Can the cards give me a prediction of when we could have a conversation about our situation, whether to end it finally or to reconcile? So I will do that reading, but I'm going to make an observation. And the observation is that if you have been told, And I'm saying this because I see these situations all the time. If you have been told, and you believe you've been told by a spiritual energy to leave him be, that means leave him be, not just connection, not just on social media or talking, but leave him be energetically. And potentially keeping him in your mind and keeping in this worry and upset or whatever, because I know there's worry and upset or you wouldn't have asked this question. Okay, I'll let him be, but for how long do I have to let him be? When can we have the conversation that I'd like to have yesterday? And I understand, but I feel like if you can energetically really leave him be, get him out of your head for now, that is going to hasten the opportunity for this conversation. Now that said, I will indeed answer your question. So when could there be a conversation about the situation? I think it'll be sooner rather than later. But it's got to be when he says, like, he has become the gatekeeper of this. And I kind of hate that, because I feel like if one of you wants the conversation, then the other one maybe could show up for it. But no. And so I hate that he's the gatekeeper on it. But I would say within a couple of months. I think it's pretty soon. Okay. Febborn. I said I would come back to you and then I didn't, but here it is. Now I am. I'm sorry. I got confused. Well, no, I didn't get confused. I just got into my thing. Febborn, here it is. There was a rapid knock on the door. Went to the door. No one was there. No one was awake at the house at that time of morning. Oh. So you're sure it was no one from your house? Okay. So I feel like the question, I feel like the answer that I got is more, I feel like I feel like your daughter wants a conversation with you that we're not having, and I don't think you should have, to be honest with you. I mean, if you can, if you want to, but I think there's that. Now, this particular situation, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there was a person at the door. I don't think there was. What did you hear? I think it was spiritual. I swear to goodness I do. Who was it? Where was it coming from? What was it telling you? It is a loved one in spirit or an ancestor, masculine. Could go back, a generation or to the side. I'm not sure. And when I mean to the side, I mean like a cousin or a brother, someone in your generation versus, above. And it's to let you know that you have other opportunities outside of your door. How's that? Thank you for your clarification. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Justine, thank you for the feedback. Lola, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Febborn, let me know what you think about that. All right. Okay, Mediha Ness, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What should I expect this winter in terms of kids, family, and finances? Kids, you will still have them. Family, finances. Okay, money might be a little tighter than you like, so plan for that now. The family, I think some things will be sorted out. There will be some more peaceable, there'll be peaceable sorting. And that will be better. Reconciliations, negotiations, anyone who's fighting, that'll get smoothed out. And with kids, I think the normal unpredictable snap decisions that you always have to make about your kids' well-being all the time, that you wonder if you're doing the right thing. Am I doing the right thing? And, 20 years, 30 years later, you'll have to decide if you did or if you didn't. But, normal parenting. So kids, I think, pretty normal. Family improved. Finances, meh, Mets. Oh, Febborn, got goosebumps. Thank you for your patience with me. You are the very best. Febborn, you're the very best. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Say Chung, so nice to see you. This probably won't make sense to you. That's okay. If it makes sense to you, I win. That's okay. But it's a yes or no question. Is Pisces the person Anthony described in his video about spouses? Fair. Okay. So yes or no? I'm going to say no. I think not. Maria Baresi, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Will I always have to struggle to make ends meet? I know how hard that is. I am so sorry. I know that feeling, and it's not a good feeling. And the answer is, it feels that way now, but this is not an always thing. This is a now thing. And it has everything to do with the unfortunate things that happened in the past that you are still recovering from. When can we see improvement? I would say there will be improvement before 3 years have passed. So in answer to your question, no, you will not always have to struggle. But right now is hard, and the next 3 years could be a little dicey, but then I think it'll get better, for sure. All right. Medea Ness, there goes my StarCon ticket. No. You're going to have so much. Your finances are going to be so good. But remember, you can get a StarCon ticket virtual for $10. That gives you access. It doesn't give you access to a lot of the presentations at StarCon, but it gives you access to all the lounge classes for 365 days. So, there's always a way. There's always a way. There is. Okay. All right. DH. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Should I make some home repairs or just move? Repairs would be retaining wall of stone or cement, chimney repointing, soil from wall excavation, fill in French drain. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's that's not just like painting a cabinet. You know what I'm saying? So make the repairs. The repairs are doable. Or just move. And the thing is, either way is really stressful. I think it comes down to how much do you like your home. If you like your home, if you like your neighborhood, if you like living there, do the repairs. If you're ready for a change, then move. But if if you were looking at staying in the same basic area, you might as well do the repairs. Jenny. Medea Ness, it's a great deal for $10, right? So really, everyone can come to StarCon, just not all of StarCon. Or you can get just Friday, all the classes on Friday for $100, right? So there's a lot of ways to do it. Or you can get Benabel's Day is Saturday for $200. So you could just get a day. And that's still, there's 4 tracks of classes. That is still a metric F ton of classes. It still is. So there's lots of options. All right. Jenny, you're up next. What additional steps should I take to improve my mental health? My meds have helped tremendously. Hallelujah. That's so good. As well as the therapy and exercise. That's so good. But I still feel like I'm missing something. Like at the beginning of treatment, I felt like I was at 30%. Now I feel like I'm 58% okay. Well, and that's great. I mean, we do have to celebrate that. That's good. So, what more must you do? Honestly, the rest takes time. The rest is more therapy, behavior modification, changing up the ways, like your own trauma reactions, changing them. And that takes a long time. Like, work on that. Work on how you react to things. The behaviors that you have that don't get you the results you want. The ways that you think that aren't true and don't serve you. Work on those things in therapy, assisted by medication, and talk to me again in 3 years. And I bet in 3 years' time, you'll be like, yeah, I'm pretty okay. Because which one of us has 100% mental health at any time? None of us, I guarantee it. But, if you're running it, 80, 90% okay, I think that's better than most, right? So, yeah, you'll get there. Seriously. Okay, Quinn Kilharius, Renata, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I expect for the month of October? Any surprises? Well, and understand, I may not see surprises for you, but there still may be surprises just because the universe can work that way. We can all be surprised, right? But let's see. What do we see? So October could actually be a little tough for you. Opportunity for creativity, some financial issues, and maybe some issues that are making you upset, some real upset, feeling like you're not succeeding the way you want to succeed, feeling like you're not happy the way you want to be happy. And I think this could be a month where you really, like we have this expression in the US, you take the bull by the horns. I don't even know what that means. But what it means is you take the problem and you look at it and you say, okay, where am I not happy? Where do I not have what I need? And what can I do to fix it? And I think October is going to sort of show you what's working and what's not working and give you an opportunity to make some changes and make things better. So Caroline, we will not sell out. There is a technical chance of sellout. There is, but I think it's fine. Of course, the sooner you buy your ticket, the better. But if you feel like the money exchange is going to get better in a little bit, no problem waiting. That's not a problem. So look at your financial forecasters and make the decision that is best for you. Seriously. And we're just glad you're going to be getting your ticket either way. And 365 days in the afterglow. We're going to have like monthly classes with a lot of people, or quarterly classes, or regular classes, special classes. A bunch of stuff will happen in the afterglow. It's going to be like a whole new job for me, managing not just 30 days of an afterglow, but 365 days. And it's, so there's added value. Just saying. And I'm so glad you will be getting your ticket. Okay. Leslie Jones, so good to see you. How does my brother view me and our relationship? He views you as his family member, and like he's younger than you, I think, because I think he views you as sort of part of the adult monolith in a way. And as far as the relationship is concerned, I think he he's very guarded. I think he is defensive. And I think all of that is related to his mental health issues, not related to you. All right. Christina R. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I had someone come back into my life this week and share some info that I think was meant to stir shit up. Man, you gotta hate the shit stirrers of the world. Oh my gosh. Was this the case, or did she have another motive? If it's something else, what was it? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, and I love that. Ness, I love that StarCon is a real community gathering and learning opportunity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what we're trying for. All right. So, did she mean, okay, did she consciously mean to stir shit up? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yes. Heck yes. Heck yes. Heck yes. Why? Because it's fun. She's one of those people. Sorry, but it's so clear. It is so very clear. Ashley, thanks so much for being here. I missed out. Oh, Mixuir, did your question got erased or did I just skip it? Oh my gosh. Mixuir, I'm so sorry. Would you mind reiterating and I will pick you up? I'm going to do Ashley and then I'll go look for your question. If I skipped you or if you did get erased, because I really tried to protect against erasure. And so I could have skipped it as well. It's quite possible. I rarely get through a live without skipping at least one question. And, you know, everyone gets a turn at being skipped. It's never intentional. So whatever happened, please forgive. And please... Oh, no, I did you, Mixuir. Yeah, I did that question. It was early. So yeah, if you go back and watch, I absolutely did do that. And I can even reiterate real quick what it was. I think that the time is soon that she should, but I don't think that she will for a while. And I don't think Dad will help the process, even though it might be better for Dad if it happened. I don't think Dad's going to do anything to help the process. Maybe you could help move the process forward, but I still think we have many months. But you can go back and see the cards. Okay. Okay, Ashley, I'm sorry. I was going to do you, and then I didn't do you, but now I am going to do you. And I apologize. Thanks for your patience, Ashley. I missed out on 2 jobs and would like to know if I'll find another one soon. I'm so sorry. I know how stressful that can be. Okay, Ashley, will you find another job soon? Oh my gosh, we had a jumper. And the jumper is the 5 of Pentacles reversed, which for me is the card of opportunity. So that is that jumped out. It really did. That is a huge, resounding yes. There you go. Make sure. Okay, good. We got it. Okay, Dad definitely won't, right? There it is. Okay. Baby Cakes, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Do I reach out as a friend or just let him be? Was I right or wrong and expecting too much communication? Thank you for the reading yesterday. It was very correct. I am sorry for what you're going through. It sounds hard. And you know what I notice, right? Like we notice body language. And what is the body language here? Baby Cakes. And I'm not calling you out or shaming you. Like, this is not emoji shaming. But Baby Cakes will usually have some fun emoji theme that's really fun to look at. Past couple of days, just text, which is fine. You don't owe me emojis. But when I see it, I think, oh, Baby Cakes is probably going through a bit of a tough time. And I'm sorry. So, here we go. Do you reach out as a friend? I don't think so, no. I think you just let him be. Were you right? Yes, you were 100% right. Where's he at with that? He just doesn't want to do the work. What I see is lazy, like emotionally lazy, some kind of lazy. And so I think you were right. And I think your expectations in the situation, I mean, I assume mistakes were made on both sides. But I also feel like what you expected was not outside of the realm of reasonable expectations given the nature of the relationship. So I feel like this person fell short, and that's what happened. And I don't think you did anything wrong, and I don't think you should reach out. Do I think this person will reach out to you? Oh, heck yeah. See, there's that opportunity again. The person will take the opportunity to reach out. Yes. All right. CB Maz, nice to see you. My daughter is still struggling to heal after surgery. I'm so sorry. Wanting to know if there's anything more that can be done to help her. I am so sorry. This is going to take some time. And what this person needs is a lot of support. Everyone here, please send your love, your prayers, your energy, your Reiki to the daughter of CB Muz. Family support is what's needed here. It's going to take time. This is not a short process. And so patience and presence is what it's going to take. I'm so sorry. Okay, Yolanda, what's in store for me in October? So, not quite sure how that's a specific question, but we'll see. We'll see. I think, now that you have your full licensure, I think that at work you are really going to lean into your knowledge, your education, your strengths here, and it's really going to serve you. So I see real growth at work. I also think working in the new location is going to be okay for you too. So I feel great about career stuff and just sort of how you're growing personally and professionally for the month of October. For Jenna, driving in October, I think she will follow the rules of the road and make good decisions. I think you can trust her. I mean, as much as we should ever trust our kids, yes. And for Mark's work, exactly as expected, exactly what he would expect. All right. Hey, Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. There you are. Smile Soul 20, thanks for being a member. So happy to see you. Oh, Anderson Lima, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I do see your question. Thank you. I will get to it. I take these in the order that I see them. So thank you for being here, and we will get to you for sure. Cheryl Jefferson, so grateful to see you here, and thank you for sending that healing energy. Lisa Harmon, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for sending that healing energy. Yes, indeed. I really do think it matters. Okay, Santiago, what can I expect during the month of October in regards to love life? Okay, that's a little more specific. Okay, good. I think you have to put in the work to make something happen, and I think you should. I actively encourage you, Santiago, right here, right now, immediately, to put real effort into meeting someone this month, because I think if you put the effort in, you shall. Pamela's Insight, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you so much. What do I need to know about working through resistance, authority, and being seen? being seen is a risk. And the problem is when we are not seen and when we feel not seen, that feels really bad. But in order to be seen, we have to put ourselves out there, and that also can feel really bad. And so none of it feels good on the way, but once you get there, you will find healing. And, it takes some time because there's a lot within you that has really built up over time that makes it hard for you to allow yourself the grace of being yourself in the fullness of all that you are. You know what I'm saying? And so you work against it. You take steps forward, steps back, steps forward, steps back. But it will all be worth it because you will get there. And that's really everybody's healing journey, not just yours. I just know for you, there have been specific things that have been very difficult, and you have been very committed to that healing journey. Stay committed. It will pay off. Joanne Smith, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay, once again, not the most specific question, but we'll do it. What is this month going to bring? All right, let's see what we see. Interesting. Okay. I think spiritually there will be some really nice things in that regard. I think in terms of some solving of problems, some problems will be solved. So spiritual stuff good, solving of problems good. There are some things for either you or Charlie that may be causing physical pain or upset or problems in the household that will need to be addressed. So some good, some bad. I suppose that's true in every month. But when the problems come up, make sure you address them. Okay. Amy Foreman, so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Logan turns 17 next week. In what direction is his growth and expansion moving this year, and how can I support him? Love you too. And here we go. I knew him when he was like 2 or 3 or something. That's cray. Oh my gosh. So he's really looking to figure out what is success for him and how he can be successful. What he's good at. He is well aware that he is going to be responsible for taking care of himself. And so how can he do that? And you have done a good job teaching him, you and Adam have really done a good job teaching him that there's a lot of ways that we can make our way in the world. You have to find yours. And he is actively working on that. And so just leaning into that with him and sort of helping him think about it and figure it out and supporting him in that journey of understanding his identity, his talents, the things he wants to do, the things he doesn't want to do, because then you can put him on the right path. Joyous Ocean. Joyous Ocean, thank you for being here. Oh, Joyous Ocean, hang on one second. Okay, here we go, Joanne. Prepping for croning ritual, congratulations. Are you being croned? That's fabulous, oh my gosh. So I love that. Preparing for a croning ritual at FPG, I wish I could be there, I'm so sorry. There's your spiritual. Hearing back on Insurance and roof repairs expected. I think with that Justice upright, it will be resolved appropriately and you'll get what you need from insurance, so that's great. Charlie's working through some new doctors, getting hearing aids and trying to exercise to help his back. Well, there's that 10 of Swords. That's the back issue. That makes sense too. Thank you for that feedback. That helps me understand how that all makes sense. Have a great time at FPG. I'm so sorry I won't be there. All right. Joyous Ocean. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. And for those of you who don't know, Amy Foreman, who I just read for, is presenting at StarCon. And Joyous Ocean, who is Dion C. Monsanto, also presenting at StarCon. Just saying. All right. Happy Saturday. Dating app options. Who do you like better? C, G, D, or M? I'll see. Let's see. No, wait a minute. I will see C tomorrow, and I have a date with D next week. So let's start with them first. So you're going to see C tomorrow. What do we think about C as a dating option? He's gotten through a lot of stuff. He's healed from a lot of stuff. I think he can be respectful, but also a little defensive. He's smart. The question is, like, how much has he really healed? How much has he really released? And in terms of compatibility, like, it's not the worst that I've seen for you, but I'm not sure that, like, I have nothing here that's like, oh my gosh, he's horrible, leave him alone, run the other way. But I also have nothing here that's like, oh my gosh, I love this for you. So let's be open-minded and see what we see, but look for how healed is he, and is he defensive? That's what you want to look for. And is there really attraction? Look for those things. Now, you have a date with D next week. Ooh. D is initially very interesting. Although then as we keep looking, we'll see. But for now, I am very interested to see what will happen with D. That is interesting to me. So then we've got G. Okay, my tarot peeps. Should we date this person? I mean, obviously get to know him, but recognize he might not have self-honesty. He may have a hard time trusting. He may not be trustworthy. He may move really slowly. There may not be compatibility. But he could be a good conversationalist. He could be smart. So we can give him the benefit of the doubt, but definitely with this one, keep your eye on this one and look for the red flags. And then finally, M. He may be one of those sleeper surprises. What's a sleeper surprise in dating? The people that were like, meh, okay. And then you get to know them, and then it's like, oh, okay. So this one, give it a minute and see if something interesting is there. All right, good luck, and I am so proud of you for being proactive in your dating life. That is huge. Okay. Kanchan Verma, so nice to see you. I was thinking about traveling to a foreign country with work visa in the future. What do you see about that? I think you should, and the sooner the better. Yes. Ali Mammon, nice to see you. Why does CS put me down or make me look stupid during a conversation in front of my relatives? Does she do it to look smart or better than me? Why does she act negatively positive toward me? Whiplash. Oh, I hate that passive-aggressive bullshit. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Why does she do it? What? Me? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. No, I would never. Seriously. Is it true that like she doesn't know that she... I think it is totally subconscious. I don't think she's consciously aware that she's doing it. So subconsciously, what is motivating her subconscious to do it? I think it's flat out jealousy. I swear to goodness. I think it's flat out jealousy. I think she doesn't trust you. I think this girl has some real issues. And so don't trust this person and recognize these are her issues, not yours. Other people, the people who are around when she's doing it, I don't think they're seeing it the way you're seeing it yet. But if she keeps doing it, okay, first of all, will she be able to turn people against you? No. Your goodwill is your own. She can't touch your goodwill, first of all. Number two, will other people start to catch on that this is happening? She has such an act, man. She's so cool. She has such an act. Other people might not see it. Just stay away from this person as much as possible. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. All right. Rosemarie. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm still not sure where I should move to, Florida or back up north. I'm in Atlanta at the moment, but hate it. Is West Palm Beach safe for my family? It was safe for mine. I mean, you know, I lived there with my family, so. But we'll look, or more central. So we're going to go north, West Palm, or Central Florida, okay? North, West Palm. I think the issue with West Palm might be it's expensive. West Palm has become very expensive. I used to live there. I don't know that I would want to afford to live there now. Okay, North, blah, West Palm, Central Florida. I'm thinking West Palm might be financially hard. Central Florida might be better. North might be better. The problem is right now, I feel like it's hard to go down the street. And so, you know, figuring out where to go is important, but also figuring out how to make that happen. It's going to take a lot. But can you make that happen? Oh, heck yeah, you can. You'll get there. I promise you will. Okay. AAC. So this is an interesting question. You're asking me one person's current feeling, who isn't you, for another person's current feeling that also isn't you. And this is where, like, you know, the whole sort of ethical question around third-party readings, like, I'm going to ask you to come back and I'll look for it. When I see it, I will, I'll bring you back into the queue right away. But could you come back and explain how this affects you? Like why this is an important question for you. It's really hard to do, like ethically, it's hard to do such a reading because like, how is this our business? If you can explain to me how this is your business, I'll do the reading. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but that's sort of where I draw my line on third-party readings. So thank you. Julie, what does Lord Shiva Shakti want to tell me? Any message from him? All right. to be patient and to focus on your own personal healing. Allen, nice to see you. Yolanda, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is you. Oh. Sorry. AAC, thank you for letting me know it is you. All right. Thank you. Now I understand. All right. So what are Jason's current feelings for you? Perfect. That I can do. And there are some people who ethically would not do that. They'd be like, go ask Jason. But I'll do that one. Like everyone has their own ethical, what do you call it? Standards. Jason definitely has affection for you and definitely has, there's some interest here, but I feel like there's also been some hurt and some difficulty or upset in the past. I don't know if that's between the two of you or just for him in the past. And so I feel like there's some questions here. And I also feel like this person is not always respectful. That may not be personal. This person may just be that way always. So while I think this person does hold you in some regard and some esteem, I am not sure that this person is able, like if your feelings toward this person are romantic and you're hoping for something there, I'm concerned that while this person may have an interest, the interest may not serve you. I'm sorry. Okay, and thank you for your patience with me, AAC. Thank you. Okay, Allen, you... Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm going to do Megan and then Allen. Here we go. Megan J. Can you read the situation between L, M, and N and what the best options would be relationship-wise? Are you asking, Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I just did with AAC, but for a different reason, because I'm having a hard time understanding the question, because I'm like this very literal person, right? So are you doing what Joyous Ocean did and looking at a person named L, M, and N and looking at all three of them as options to have a relationship with for you and asking me to suss out how those three would be in relationship with you as possibilities? That's great. I'm happy to do that if that's what you want. The way it's reading is the situation between L, M, and N. So that's three people in a situation together. And then there's you. And where are you in that situation? Like, I don't understand the question as it's written. So help me understand, is it the way I was trying to think of it? Or is there some other situation with these three people together that we need to know about? Let me know and I will do the reading. And I'm sorry for asking you to reiterate. All right. All right, here we go. So Allen, what is my husband thinking? When will he come back? Is he willing to get back as well, or is he going to take steps to separate? I don't think he knows. I think he would like to make it work. I really do. I think he would like to make it work. But I think he doesn't know. He doesn't know if it can work. But I think he would like to try. Now, the question you didn't ask me is, would that be in your best interest and would it work? Those are other questions you might want to look at. But I have a feeling he is going to want to try. All right. Lisa Harmon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Allen, I just answered your question. I literally, like, you were the last question. I just answered it. So, like, if you go back just like a few minutes, you'll get your answer for sure. Okay. Lisa Harmon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Why do I have a difficult time writing and maintaining a journal? So, okay. A difficult time writing. I don't think you have a difficult time writing. I think you have a difficult time maintaining a journal because it's so very open-ended. I think if you could make it a journal with writing prompts, or like a shadow work journal, or a tarot journal, or something like that, I think, and if you would not shame yourself for, leaving a week blank, no shame, just do it when you want, I think it would be better. And I think you should lean into this. I think this is a good practice for you. Rose, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. In addition to therapy and exercises. Allen, I answered your question. You don't need to repost it. You can just go back a couple of minutes. It was the question before the one I just answered. Okay, Rose. In addition to therapy and exercise, I'm retaking a medication to help with anxiety and focus. Better living through chemistry is sometimes exactly the right thing. I had an allergy to the first one. Ooh, this is a different formula. Do we see this one being a success? Let's take a look. I know that can be so scary, man. I know. Do we think this will be successful? It'll be better than the last one, and I think this is a good try. This is a good try. I think we're going to feel better with this. So yeah, good job. Good job. All right. Yeah, Lisa Harmon, you need to cut out on the guilt trip. That's exactly right. And now I have cards on the floor. Just a sec. That was just me being clumsy. That's all. Okay, so yeah, Lisa, no guilt. That's the key, no guilt. Okay. Okay. Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay, you're looking for the month of October as well, but you have given me a question about it, so thank you. How can I use the energy of October to empower myself, and what should I focus on? Okay. In the season of the witch, how shall you empower yourself? By being clear that you can trust yourself, that you can trust your energy, and being clear about who and what you trust and who and what you don't trust. Just like that. Just like that. And what should you focus on this month? Leaning in to finding opportunities that make you happy and make you feel good and make you feel like yourself, and continue to open yourself up to your own psychic energy, your own ability to communicate with ancestors, to do readings, all of those things, all of that. All right. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, next question I see is Aria Wilson. Nice to see you. What advice does my ancestor D have about the guy I'm seeing right now? Fair. The key is communication. To figure out what this is and where it's going to go, you need to give it more time. You need to ask the right questions. You need to communicate with each other. That's the important thing right now. Oh, Lisa Harmon, thank you so much for the generous super sticker. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay. Crystal EBI, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Can you please tell me what Jay's feelings when he saw me on Thursday? What was Jay's feelings when he saw me on Thursday? Uncomfortable. He was uncomfortable. And kind of up on his high horse. Like, I feel like he's going to tell himself a story about you and him that puts him on a high horse. That's what I think. Yes, Joyous Ocean, your dreams. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone, I love to do dream interpretation. Okay. Joanne Ellis, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Does my brother have an entity in his energy field? You know, that's a rare happening, but it can happen. Your brother definitely has some issues, but my guess is it's more emotional or psychological than spiritual. That would be my guess. Crystal EBI, thank you. And sorry if that was not the answer you were hoping for. But thank you for being here and thank you for being gracious. Oh, Mattia Ness, look at you. I was looking at the list of speakers at Newt's on Northwest Tarot Symposium. StarCon is way more interesting. Thank you. Okay, George, it's good to see you. Is Sherry now happy in his life? No, and I don't think he ever is. You know, he's not a person who's happy. He's always looking at what's the next thing, what's the next thing, what's the next thing. I don't think he's a person who's ever peaceful or happy. Okay. All right. So it's looking like I've answered every question. If I accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate and we'll go back to card cam. Or if you're here and you just thought of the question that you want to ask, it is last call for readings, y'all. So we have been chit-chatting about StarCon, and I do want you to seriously consider. You can come in person or you can join us online. Either way, you get access to the 365-day afterglow. If you come online, ticket prices range from $10 to $500. So there is a ticket price there for you. If you come in person, you can come for 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days. There is also a StarCon open house in person. If you just want to come in Friday evening and take in just a couple of classes and do some shopping, you can do that for free. And then if you want, of course, you can buy a ticket to come back the next day. So, all of that. Anderson Lima, yes, your question. Where is it? There is you. Yes, where are you? And you've been so patient. Where is your question? Let me find it. I am so sorry. Yes, yes, and thank you. There it is. I see it, and I am so sorry. I don't know how I skipped it. How did I do that? I don't even know how I did that. I am so sorry, and thank you for your patience, and thank you for being here for the first time. So, what will be the outcome with my relationship with MALN? At the moment, things are rough and there is no contact. Thanks for giving me that detail. That's helpful. So, yeah, and hang on a minute. Let me go back. Card cam. Okay. I'm like, why can't you see the card? Well, because I wasn't on the right screen. Right now, I think you are both in a certain amount of anxiety. I think you would like to be able to have a conversation. I don't think the other person is ready. What is likely to happen? I think it could kind of just go on like this for a while with no contact. When will there be contact? Hard to say. I think it's going to take some time. Should you try to establish contact? No. No, 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 no. It's got to be the other person. I don't know why, but I know it has to be the other person. When will the other person reach out? I don't think the other person will reach out. Will fate, the universe, whatever, put you in some kind of proximity with each other where you have to deal with each other? Oh, heck yeah. That's what's likely to happen. It's likely to happen in the next 6 months. You will be in some kind of proximity with each other. You'll have to deal with each other. And at that point, like, you're looking for the outcome of this relationship. You will be able to have some conversation and some closure, but honestly, the advice that I see here is it's time to move on. In your own mind and heart, it's time to move on. Yes, there could be some more contact. Yes, there could be an opportunity for conversation and closure, but it is time for you to move on. And I can think of a lot of reasons that moving on can open you up to so many interesting things in life. So, hope that's help. Hope that's helpful. That was funny because I'm just looking at Anderson Liam is like, that answer was so complete. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for your patience. Oh my gosh. You had the patience of a saint right there. But the funny thing is, you said that answer was so complete, but I didn't actually complete my final word because I forget what the final word was, but I just didn't say the last syllable, so that was funny. So, did I skip anyone else? Oh my gosh, please let me know. Let me remind those of you who are, now Martha, did I do Martha Vink? I saw Martha said I'll be in an Airbnb, but I don't think I saw questions. Oh, here it is. I saw Martha's question. I'd skipped Martha's question. So I'm going to go back and check to see. Martha, hey, I'm going to conference next month, and I'm wondering if I should bring my 2 dogs. They can stay where I'll be or leave them with friends. I'll be in an Airbnb. Conference is nearby. Got to run, but we'll check back later. Martha, you're at the very, very end. If I can remember, I'll text you and let you know that you are indeed at the very, very end. So, bring dogs with. Do not bring, oh, sorry. I say do not bring dogs with. I think that you can have competent care for your dogs, and that would be better for everyone. Find the competent care for your dogs. I think that will be better for everyone. Now, did I miss anybody else? I certainly hope not. Caroline, did we do a question for you? I saw a question about StarCon, but I don't think I saw a question for you. So I'm just going to put it back out there. Last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so very sorry. It does happen. So if you're local to me, anywhere near Palm City, Florida, tomorrow we're having our free tarot meetup, Panera Bread, 4 p.m. Please do join us. There's a link for StarCon in the description. Learn about it. Check it out. Seriously. There's a link to book a reading with me, so please feel free to do all of that. AAC, you nailed the way you defined Adam's behavior. Thank you for the insight. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but there it is. My friends, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you to everyone who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Thank you to the members, the moderators, and to everyone who's here. Welcome to the new subscribers. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.